This is Ella Marshall interviewing Bobo and Oana Mircea on 25th of June 2018 at their home in Stetshford. Oana and Bobo are brother and sister. They were both born in Constanta, Romania. Oana in 2002 and Bobo in 2007. They migrated to Birmingham in 2015. So can you tell me a bit about the place that you were born?
Okay, so the place we were born, it's on the seaside, and we lived there for like pretty much
most of our
lives, yeah. And we left when I was 13 when we left Romania, and
I think I was 8.
Yeah, 9. He was 8.
Yeah.
And it was good. Like it was a good city, and we had fun. we went to different schools, like many different schools. I can't remember which one we went to. Like there was so many.
I remember you went to that sports school, that tennis.
Yeah. Many different schools, and then my last school I went to was a music school, and I was playing the flute. And yeah, you started playing the piano at our last school.
Yeah, I was about like 6 or 7.
Yeah, and when we moved here, we didn't really know English. We did, because we did it at school in Romania. But we managed to like learn it pretty quick. It wasn't that hard, because it's easier for children to learn English. And like pretty much just like languages, it's easy for us when you're young. And yeah, when we first came here, we didn't go to school straight away. We had like a month or two, and we waited to like find a school. And before we came here, our dad came here to like settle down and like get a job and find a house, and then we came here. And yeah, pretty much 2 months after we came here, we found the school that we go to at the moment. And it was
hard.
Why was it hard? Why did you find it hard?
When we moved there, I didn't know anyone. I had no friends. We didn't go to a school. I just didn't know anyone. I didn't know English. I used to just speak to my friends.
In Romania?
Yeah, in Romania.
Yeah, I think everyone does that. When they move here, they don't really know people.
And it was...
Till they meet.
It was weird, because everyone had a different lifestyle, and the weather.
The weather
was... Yeah.
How was the weather different?
It's just really bipolar.
Rainy,
and we don't like it. We don't like no one likes the weather here, I don't think.
Well, it's hot. It's nice.
Yeah, today is nice because it's the summer holidays. But in Romania, when it's like, for example, in summer it's really hot, and in winter it's really, really cold. So it's either one. Here you just don't know what to expect. But yeah, we got used to it, obviously. It's just a thing you get used to. It's fine.
Can you tell me more about memories you have of growing up in Constanta?
So, growing up there was very... I had a lot of freedom as a child. I could do my parents would let me play, and just like I was really free. And I can remember my first memory of when I was younger. I was like 2, and I was in my back garden with my babysitter, and I was chewing gum and playing around, and that's just like my first memory. What about you?
I can remember one of my first memories. I think I was I was still a baby. I don't think I could walk, because I remember I faintly remember being in one of those things where you sit down but you still walk.
Oh yeah.
And I remember you pushing me around in the front. And it was nighttime, and I remember, not nighttime, it was like getting dark, and we were playing outside, and you were pushing me around. That's one of my earliest memories I can remember.
Yeah. And then just growing up was really cool. I had a really nice childhood, actually, because in Romania it's just like we had every night our parents' friends came over, like every night.
We'd always do a barbecue.
Yeah, we'd always have every day. We had barbecues and like party every night at just our house, and it was really nice because we had like a back garden, a really big one, and we
had loads of dogs.
Yeah.
But
It's really easy to get a dog in Romania. It's not that easy here, because obviously a dog is a really big responsibility, but yeah, it's just there are street dogs everywhere. That's the difference. Like you don't find a street dog here. There's people really do take care of their dogs. In Romania is no such thing.
Yeah. We used to go to the beach a lot.
Yeah, we were really close to the beach, and we were living free.
Yeah, it was really nice.
You don't feel like I don't feel that freedom here. I don't know why. It's just people are really friendly here, but it's still obviously not the same, and it's a really big difference.
So, I remember I used to always go outside and play. If I didn't have a friend over, I'd just go outside, go on my skateboard. If I wasn't on my skateboard, I'd be on my bike or playing with my Nerf guns. I remember I had an Xbox, and I still have it. I used to play on that as well if I didn't have anything else to do. I used to always invite friends over, and we'd play around. We always had something to do. We used to have Nerf wars and stuff.
Yeah, and I remember as well. I was really close with his friends, which was kind of weird because I didn't have. I had a lot of friends, but when I wasn't hanging out with them, I was hanging out with my brother and his friends. And yeah, I used to play outside as well, like all day. I used to be outside because obviously, like the weather was really good in the summer and like the spring, and autumn even.
I also remember when we were younger, me and Oana used to play. Oana would be the mom and I'd be the child.
Yeah, we used to play pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It was funny.
Yeah, and we used to go over to our grandma, and she would, oh my god, she used to cook so much because Romanians, I don't know if they do something like that. I don't know if they do things like that here, but when we used to go over, she used to cook a lot, and she used to be like, "Eat, my child, eat."
I used to love her apple pie. It was so nice.
Oh yeah. And what else? Oh yeah, I used to play with my dog a lot outside, and just being outside was so nice. I didn't like going inside. I didn't like being in the house, which is pretty different here because it changed. That changed a lot when we came here.
I used to talk to our dog. You used to always you talk to him. You pretend that he could talk.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about your grandparents?
So, my grandparents on my dad's side, I know my granddad was a priest, and my grandma, she was working with the church. They were really religious people, and they still are. And yeah, church used to be their life, and it still is. And they have a cool history, as far as I know. My grandparents on my dad's side, and they have 7 children. And they have 6 girls, and my dad's the only boy. Yeah, and we have a really big family, and yeah, we have loads of cousins.
We don't really know. Well, I don't really know about our grandparents on our mum's side.
Yeah, my granddad from my mum's side died, so I didn't get to meet him. I didn't get to know him, but I know my grandma on my mum's side, but I don't really know what she did. I can't remember what she did as like for a living. But yeah, I know they do have a really cool history, and yeah.
Can you tell us more about that?
So all I know from my mum's side, my great grandma, I think she was in the war.
World War II,
Yeah, World War II, and she found my grandma and adopted her, kind of. Started living.
No, our biological grandma was in World War II.
Yeah, our
And
biological.
And then
our great grandma found her, which is my great grandma is in my biological great grandma, and she adopted my grandma and raised her.
And our great granddad, I think, was in the war too.
I don't know. I
don't
know.
My dad told me he used to fight.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't know about that. And yeah, I remember when we went to our the place that my dad used to live, and we saw our grandparents' house.
Well, we
That was
turned
really
cool. into a pub.
Yeah, it's a pub now, but it used to be
the house
where they lived. Yeah.
And where was that?
I can't remember that.
I don't know.
It was somewhere in the countryside.
In the countryside, yeah.
Yeah, like really, really the countryside. They had a farm. They had pigs, cows, chickens.
And what did your parents do for work in Romania?
My dad was a priest all his life, pretty much. And then he started working for what did he start working for?
Like this guy, both of our parents.
They started a business.
No,
and they started working for a business.
Yeah, they started working for a business.
And like I don't really know I don't know more about that. But my mum had a really interesting job, and I don't know I don't know if I can explain it in English. I don't know if it exists. But yeah, she was in the office. That's what I know, like all day. She used to work with like all the business people, and then we moved here because my mum lost her job, and I think my dad lost his job as well, because it wasn't, the payment wasn't good enough.
I can remember we got kicked out of the house because we didn't own the house. It was basically for the people that they were working
for. Yeah.
They were working for. So basically they could kick us anytime they want.
Yeah.
And because they lost their jobs, they had to kick us out.
And we had to move out, and then my dad decided to come to Birmingham. No, at first he wanted to go to London, but he saw like what London's about, and he was like, no, it's too busy. But I would like to live in London. I honestly like it there. And yeah, and then we moved to Birmingham.
Can you tell us more about your experiences of school in Romania?
Yeah, we went to loads of schools, like we went through them. I don't quite know the reason. We went to different schools until we found the right one, the one that we liked. I didn't go to loads of schools, I think. No, I didn't. Oana went through loads of schools.
Yeah, I changed lots of schools mainly because I didn't like the teachers, and I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't quite know what to do in life, and I didn't know what I liked. So,
first Oana moved to the music school, and when I finished like reception and stuff, I moved to that school as well. And then we decided that was a school.
Yeah.
It was a music school, music and arts.
That was what we liked. And in school, like as I moved schools, I didn't really have a favourite subject. I was just going to school just to learn and then go back home and carry on with life. But I quite liked art, I remember, and music. I always liked music. And what else?
I think I liked PE because we didn't have to do work. We didn't have to write down or any worksheets, so we just got to run around and do PE.
I did lots of stuff. Sorry.
I also liked English. I actually liked English. I didn't like our teacher though.
Same. I liked English. I forgot about that.
I loved Ari. Our teacher was the nicest teacher ever. It was so nice. She used to give us candy, and we used to talk about religion and stuff. It was
Jesus. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I did a lot of stuff. Like as I moved schools, I did ballet, I did tennis. Like as a sport, I actually thought I was gonna do that for a living, which wasn't correct. It took a while to decide what I really liked and where I belonged. And when I finally found the music school, that was good, and I was actually enjoying that, and I was really good. I was really good at music in that school. I don't know what happened. something wrong happened because I'm not down, like I'm not as good anymore. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't get the lessons I got there.
In Romania.
Yeah. They were really, like the teachers were
for a while we didn't get any proper like instrument lessons. The instruments that we played, we didn't really get any proper lessons until our teachers actually got people to do the lessons with us, and when they found people to do the lessons with us.
Yeah. And I used to play the cello as well, but then
Oh,
my
yeah.
teacher died.
Of what was it?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Okay, we shouldn't talk about that. And then I moved on to flute, and then I started playing the flute, and I still play it. But yeah, I used to get. My teacher used to put me. I used to do a lot of hard work, basically, like a lot of hard work. I don't do that anymore here because I don't know, people here are just like more chilled. It's like they don't really care. As if like as opposed to Romania, when if I didn't do my homework, I would get beat up.
You also used to sing. You used to go to loads of competitions.
Yeah, a
You
lot.
still sing?
I still sing, but I don't go to competitions anymore. I just don't. I don't know why. Because I used to get singing lessons as well back in Romania. And I don't get singing lessons anymore. But yeah.
And what about friends in school?
We had loads of friends.
Yeah. A lot more than we have here.
Yeah. I guess, well, we didn't make loads of friends at the school because there's not a lot of people. So we didn't have as much friends, and in Romania we used to have loads of friends, basically.
It used to be like, it's just like, for example, I would go up to someone and I'd be like, hey, do you want to be friends? And they'd be like, yeah, let's be friends, and we'll be friends for life. Like, literally, they wouldn't let you go.
I still keep contact with my friends from year 2. I came to that school when I was in year 2. And I still keep contact with most of them. Yeah. So, in about school, there wasn't as much people bullying each other and fighting in school, as there is in here, in normal schools in England, in normal schools, yeah.
Yeah, back there it was just like they didn't really care.
Yeah.
They didn't want they weren't looking for something to fight on, or they were nice. They were like nice, truly nice people, and there's nice people here, but it's just not
a lot. There's just they bully each other.
yeah.
Basically.
Can you tell us a bit about why you and your family moved to the UK, and specifically to Birmingham?
Well, it was mainly because of financial reasons, and because my parents lost their job. Or not really lost their job, they just didn't want to work there anymore because they were fed up with the money. There wasn't enough money. And yeah, my dad came here first so he can get he can get a job and make money and then get a house. And then we moved here with him.
When they lost their jobs, we got kicked out of the house. We had to live at my best friend's house for
For a few months.
6 months, I think.
Yeah.
Which was alright for me because I had someone to hang out with. And but then we got a flat that our friend owned, and he would put it out for rent. So he let us stay in that flat. We rent it until our parents made a decision to move here. So my dad firstly came here when we moved.
For 3 months, I think.
2-3 months.
3, yeah.
While we stayed in Romania in that flat, and then we finally moved there. We finally moved here in Birmingham. And I remember we came in and we had our luggages, and we didn't even have wardrobes. We used to wake up and we had our clothing in our luggages.
And in boxes, because
boxes. We still
Yeah.
have the boxes, as you can see. It was weird moving in. It was like
It was, you felt different. It
Yeah.
felt different.
I
When
remember.
Came here, it was just like
Mm,
different air, different everything.
I remember we came in. We went in the house, and I remember this room was so much different. There was no TV, no nothing, and there was just a bed, and a laptop on the floor. And I remember, me and Juana just sat down. We had no internet, so we couldn't go on our phones. We just sat down and then we fell asleep, and our parents found us just sleeping on the bed. And they woke us up and we moved. And that was the first night when we came here.
It didn't feel real. I was like, no, this is not real. It was just
It
like, wow,
Felt so
we're here,
weird.
and we're like, okay, then that's it. Like, we're gonna live here, and this is gonna be our house,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get used to it. And honestly, we've been through a lot of changes. Like, we changed a lot,
Yeah.
because it obviously changes you. Like, something like this, moving it doesn't. Now it's just like, yeah, I live here. It's not a big deal, but it was back at that time. And it took a long time to just settle in, and I was sad because I missed home, and I missed everyone and everything that we used to do, and family, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna be depressed for the rest of my life. But it wasn't really. Like, everyone used to tell me, yeah, it's gonna take you about 2 years to get used to it, and settle in, and like everything to be in place and have your stuff sorted out. And it did. It took 2 years.
We're
almost.
still settling in.
Well, yeah, of course. We're still learning, and we're still figuring out what we want to do, and we don't know if we still want to live here. It's just, we're young. We're really young, and we don't know what's there.
Yeah.
We don't know what's out there.
And do you remember how you felt when you first found out that you were going to be moving?
I was so excited. I was really excited. I was like, whoa, I'm leaving everyone, bye. But it wasn't really when we got here. I was still excited when we got here, because we didn't know what we're gonna do. It was obviously exciting and scary and all that, but it wasn't really all that after like a few months, and I got to, like, it was interesting because of different people, different
mindsets.
Yeah, different mindsets. People here are laid back. In Romania, they're not like that. They're just really different.
And how did you prepare to leave in the lead up to come into Birmingham?
Well, it kind of caught me off guard. It was just like, my mum was like, okay, pack your stuff, pack everything, we're going.
I can't really remember.
Because we weren't even sure that we were gonna move. It was just like, when my dad came here, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this out, see if we can move and if we can, build everything here and, settle down. And it was just really, it was really quick. We knew we were gonna end up here. But at the time when we were gonna go, the flights were booked and my mum was just like, yeah, pack your stuff, we're going now. And we got to say goodbye to everyone. It was kind of sad because we didn't know when we were gonna come back, when we were gonna go back and visit. We didn't know.
Yeah, I actually remember we were in the capital at our auntie's house in Bucharest, and we were at our aunties from our dad's side, so our dad's sister, and then our auntie from our mom's side came, picked us up, and we had our bags packed, and I remember they brought us to the airport, and we just waited for our plane.
Yeah, and when we got here at the airport, it was really confusing because we got like at the NECs, what is it called, Birmingham International.
Yeah.
And it was so confusing. It was nighttime and it was raining, and
I remember we took the train.
We took the wrong train and we had to
Yeah.
get off, and it was just so confusing. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. We were tired as well from the flight.
Yeah. And we didn't know the area. We didn't know anything. It was just our first time here.
It was exciting. It was.
Yeah, because we were like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What are we gonna see?
What were your first impressions of Birmingham when you first arrived?
Personally, I thought it was. The first thing I noticed is that it was rainy.
It was raining.
It was rainy, and it was raining, and it was wet.
Yeah, it was. We came in February. Oh no, it was December. I remember because it was right before Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't think anything of it because it was 2 years ago and I was really different back then.
We didn't really. I mean, when we came here, we didn't really know how people are and how the city is and what's happening.
We were quite impressed because, like, the buildings, the houses are.
Yes.
Like, then they're okay to look at. They're like, in Romania, just like every house is different. Over here, like, pretty much all the houses are the same.
I remember the first day we came here, we came here, we settled in, put our bags down and everything, and we went to sleep. And the next day, I remember we went to Poundland, and it was we went to the first shop in the first time in England. And we went there, and I was like, "Whoa, these things I've never seen this before."
There's no such thing as Poundland or things like that in Romania.
And all these things.
Yeah, they were really cheap.
Yeah.
Because Romania is expensive. Over here, they were really cheap. I was like, "Whoa, wow!" Well, I was actually really impressed because, like, everything, the surroundings, it was just like, I remember I was like, wow, it's like, are we in a movie? Because it's so much different in Romania. and it felt like a movie, like in a movie.
I also think that the food is very different.
Oh yeah.
The food and the way that people make food and the technique and stuff.
Yeah, a lot different, because the food here just for me it doesn't have a taste. It's just like, yeah, food, fish and chips. But yeah, in Romania it was like a lot of flavor in our food and a lot of food.
Mm.
God,
Yeah.
they have nice food.
Is there any food in particular that you miss?
Every Romanian food. Romanian food.
Yeah.
Just, we grew up with it and we got used to it, and obviously like people here are okay with their food, but I like their food. It's like some of it's quite nice, and like, yeah.
I miss our grandma's. This is a traditional Romanian recipe. It's called sarmale, and our grandma she used to make this recipe the best, in my opinion. It was so nice.
Oh my god, I can't wait to go back and eat the food.
Yeah.
And did you connect much with the Romanian community here in Birmingham?
Oh, here in like Romanians in Birmingham? No.
We have
Heck
a couple
no.
of friends.
We have no, not us. Because if it
Our
was
parents-
us, we
our
wouldn't
yeah.
we wouldn't have Romanian friends.
Our
here.
parents have.
Romanians here are much different than Romanians in Romania.
A couple of months ago, like 2, our dad found out that a friend of his that he knew back where he lived when he was like 26, lived in Birmingham, in Warsaw, and we met them, and now we usually hang out with them every weekend and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you would be. It's most likely for a Romanian to, like, for a grown Romanian, for grown people that are Romanians to be friends with other Romanians here.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I'm not like that. I do not mess with Romanian people here. But yeah, our parents have lots of Romanian people here, which I don't really like, because I like Romanian people in Romania, if that makes sense. It's just like, I think only we know the difference, you know, and it's weird. It's actually really weird.
So it's too difficult for you to describe what those differences are?
Yeah, because they're really different here. The Romanians here are really different than they are in Romania.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, honestly. It's not for me.
So what was it like for your family settling in Birmingham in terms of finding work and you starting school?
Well, for my dad, it was pretty easy for my dad. He had lots of jobs, but he didn't settle in for them. Like, he wasn't.
One of our dad's first jobs was he used to deliver pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lots of jobs.
Our mom had a bit of a difficult time finding jobs.
Yeah.
And just recently found a job that
It's like she's like a carer now,
yeah.
kind of.
She recently just actually found a job. I mean, a job that is alright now. Because she moved from lots of different jobs before.
But yeah, for us as siblings, and like children, it was easier for us at the beginning with our parents, because like our parents guided us, and I felt like, oh yeah, I got mum and dad, I'm good. But now it's just like, because we know a lot more about what's going on here, because we learn more, and like we learn quicker than them. We're just like, oh yeah, I can't count on them because I know more than them, if that makes sense. Because we learn quickly and we learn quicker than them. And yeah, it's kind of, we know what's up. Mom and dad can stay, like, you just step back and listen to us because we know what's up.
And what about school then?
Our school, Mum and Dad found it, and they were just looking for a school, and yeah, they just found it, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna visit, we're gonna see what it's like.
I remember when we came to the school first, the school that we're in right now, there was only 3 people, and we came in the school.
No, there were 4 or 5.
Who?
4 people.
Anyway, and we came in, and I remember we came in, we looked through the school, and we played our best songs. I played on piano, and then Juana played something on flute, and all the teachers that were there were watching us. And I remember
all the teachers. You mean the head teacher? She was the only teacher at the time.
No, and Fran.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I remember we were there, and the 2 students that were there at the moment, they're the head teacher's daughters. They were there, and I remember we went into this games room and we played pool and we just talked for the first time. I think it was the
first time we talked to an English person.
We ever properly talked to someone. Well,
we tried. We tried.
We didn't know how to speak English very well then. We were like, they were like, yeah, what's your favorite color? And we were like, blue. Yeah, it was difficult.
And do you enjoy that school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do. It's really, I can tell it's really different from a state school, even though I haven't been through it in a state school. But just from seeing everyone, like on the bus and everywhere, just people in general that are going to a state school, it's just really different. Really, really different. It's a great school. And it was the best for us because it was for the people. It's just, you feel like you can go there and no one will judge you. And it was honestly like the best thing. That school was the best thing that could happen to us when we first came here, I mean.
Okay, so what would you say is your relationship to Romania now?
I feel like I bond with Romanian people a lot. We just have this relationship. Not because, probably because they're Romanian and I'm Romanian, but it's just there, like, I can just bond with Romanian people. I don't know why. It's weird, but yeah, we have a bond. And I do like having bonds with people and just, getting along really well. Yeah. And just having that thing, like it's just a thing between some people. And it's cool. I find that really cool. But I don't actually know because I don't really keep in touch with Romanian people and friends, and I don't really talk that much to them. So it's going to be really interesting when I go back because I haven't been there in a year. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm most definitely gonna speak English for the whole time. I'm gonna speak Romanian and English, because now I just like to my brother. I speak to him in English. I don't really speak to him in Romanian. And yeah, I really don't know what's gonna be like when we go back, because we haven't been there in a year. It's gonna be interesting because obviously like things change a lot over a year. And yeah.
So where would you consider home?
Honestly, I don't have a home. For me, like, nothing's home. It's just, I think home is just a feeling.
Yeah.
Like, for me, just some people are home. And it's honestly a feeling. You have to feel it. And sometimes I feel it here, and sometimes I feel it in Romania, and sometimes I can feel it in France, Spain, wherever I go to. Everywhere's home. Do you agree? Do you agree?
So what do you think about Birmingham as a city now?
So now that we're settled and we're, going to school and we have a life, I think Birmingham is alright.
I think it's a bit, I don't know,
It's
dull.
Definitely not for me. I don't. It's alright, but it's not for me. I feel like I still have a lot to go through, and I'll definitely move out. I'm not gonna stay in Birmingham. I'm either gonna go to London or the countryside or Hawaii. I don't know, but I'm not staying here. It's not the place for me. What do you think? Well, he's 11. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's
You're 12, right? You're not 11.
11.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think it's quite dull, I guess. Or maybe I just haven't seen everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
And what are your hopes and like plans for the future? Because you're both still very young. So what do you think?
Probably musician. Musician, yeah.
You want to be a musician?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. It's just this now is like I'm asking myself, what am I going to do? Because I have the GCSEs next year. And I really don't know. All I know is that I want to move out. I want to have my own house or apartment, or do my own thing. And yeah, I want to sing, and I want to do the art side of stuff, if that makes sense. But I don't quite know what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know for sure.
What do you think makes a Brummie?
Oh, that would definitely be a white boy saying "Wagwan fam." There's no, no words, but just please don't. If you're listening to this, just don't. Please.
all the like roadmen.
Roadman.
Yeah.
That's what makes a Brummie, I think.